Just blocks away from the birthplace of bodybuilding, Muscle Beach, California. Today, the best female amateur bodybuilders in the country go at it in the USA Championships. In the lightweight division, Soupy Bangs of nearby Venice will match her best with Colorado's Cindy Miller. In the talent-laden middleweight class, Jody Friedman will try to hold off the massive Leilani Delampine. And in the heavyweight category, Tazzie Colomb will try to win her first ever national-level competition. And welcome aboard for the 1992 Women's USA Bodybuilding Championships. Humilay here in Santa Monica for ESPN. We're just about a block away from the birthplace of bodybuilding, that being Muscle Beach in Venice, California. The ladies are set to go, and the man to my left is always ready, the Ripper, Don Ross, the editor of Muscular Development magazine. Don, we know you have a real soft place in your heart for this competition.
That's true. You know, you can keep your big, fat football players and your tall, skinny basketball players. My favorite athletes of all are the beautiful babes of women's bodybuilding.
Let's talk about some of those beautiful babes that Don alluded to, and who should we be looking for here in the next hour or so?
Well, there's some great talent here today. There's a beautiful Southern belle, Tazzie Colomb. There's Drury Kearns, Jody Friedman, that muscular marvel from Hawaii, Leilani Delampine. This place is star-studded tonight.
As we said, the prejudging sometimes is very, very intense, as it is with the men's, and sometimes more intense. But the criteria over the years has changed, and let's talk about that, Don.
That's true. For a long time, people didn't exactly know whether to judge on muscularity like the men, or beauty, or symmetry, or exactly where the emphasis should be. Right now, they're tending towards the total package.
A lot of fun here as the ladies really put on quite a theater. The dancing, the jumping around, far more entertaining, at least for my part, than the men.
Yes, the women are very talented. They have to show more talent. They may not have the mass of the men, but they make up for it with performance.
We are set to go. Don is always ready to go. Hope you are too. We'll take a timeout. We'll come back with all the action from Santa Monica here on ESPN.
That's right.
After this.
Enough of this jaw-jacking, and let's bring on the babes.
Welcome back to the Women's USA Championships. Humilay and the Ripper, Don Ross, coming at you. We'll begin with the lightweights tonight, and it'll be Cindy Miller out of Aurora, California, taking the stage.
Hi, I'm Cindy Miller from Denver, Colorado, and I'd like to thank everyone for their support.
30-year-old Cynthia Miller comes in and 5'1", 106 Ripper, and right now she looks very, very good.
Good symmetry. She's pretty. That's important. Look at those deltoids. Look at the striations in the delts.
Very lean. She is a woman who works on her body a lot, and she also says she is a perfectionist in other areas of her life as well. She talked about that before the show.
I'm a perfectionist when it comes to bodybuilding, but I'm a perfectionist with everything that I do. You put all that into one lifestyle. It makes it pretty intense when you're getting ready for a show and really concentrating on your bodybuilding to maintain those standards across the board with everything that you do. Being a perfectionist is difficult in bodybuilding sometimes.
She won the 1991 Lightweight Junior USA Championship. She leaves the stage, and up next is Aggie Buck from Sunnyvale, California.
Hi, my name's Aggie Buck. I'm from Sunnyvale, California. I'd like to thank everyone that helped me get to the show. I hope you enjoy the USA. Have a good time.
Well, we'll certainly try. 5'4", 114 pounds, 34-year-old, as we said, out of Sunnyvale. And the Ripper's got some comments. You talk about attractiveness, and this lady certainly has the package.
Yes, and she's been around for a long time. She's an experienced veteran, and you can see that in her muscularity. This is a lot of years of work right here.
Suffered a severe knee injury, Ripper, and actually was told she would never walk again, but she has rehabilitated herself, not just her knee and her legs, but to her entire body, as we can see from this.
Well, you know, a lot of people have excelled in sports, especially bodybuilding. They started with injuries, and they were rehabilitating themselves, and then they got into the weight training from there.
She's a power lifter, winning the 1982 Western America Lightweight Division in that competition. As you can see, been around a long time. Aggie Buck leaves the stage and turning on the crowd. Up next, Kathy Connors.
Hi, I'm Kathy Connors from Jacksonville, Florida, and I'd like to thank everyone that helped me to be here tonight. They all know who they are.
Coming in from the Sunshine State, Kathy Connors, 32 years of age. Most of the ladies, Ripper, are a little older than the men. There are a lot of them in the 30s. I guess when you get to the high 20s, women try to get a little more serious about their physiques.
Well, yeah, and then also it's easier for them to get the deep definition because their estrogen level goes down as they get older. I've seen some ripped women in their 50s that look great that compete.
She is an interesting lady, soon to be the first woman on the Jacksonville SWAT team in the history of that division. So she's a lady who does it in the gym and out on the street.
Yeah, she could swat them, couldn't she?
She holds a state bench press record down in Florida at 220 pounds. So here's a lady who combines bodybuilding and obviously a very, very strong woman as well.
She could toss you across the room, Malay, couldn't she?
She probably could. Try to stay out of her way today. Bodybuilding titles include the 88 Northeast Florida. Up next, Karen Studer-Tarr.
Hi, my name is Karen Studer-Tarr, and I'm from Hubbard, Ohio, and I'd like to say if you're going to do it naturally.
And this 28-year-old from the Buckeye State, 5'3", 114. And actually, she said she was considered a bodybuilder long before she headed to the gym. She's genetically very gifted.
You see a lot of genetically gifted women in this contest today.
So she's 100% all natural, won the 90 Bavarian Natural. She has 2 children, so a busy woman in the gym and at home.
Yeah, a lot of women use having children as an excuse for getting fat and out of shape, but some of the top bodybuilders in the world have at least 1 child.
We talk a lot about women who train years for their first competition. Karen Studer-Tarr from Hubbard, Ohio, trained about 7 weeks before she took the stage. We'll continue with our coverage of the Women's USA from of the Women's USA Championships in Santa Monica. Himalayan the Ripper, Don Ross, coming to you from the Civic Auditorium in beautiful Santa Monica, California. We continue with the lightweights, and up next is Mary Desch.
Hi, I'm Mary Desch. I'm from Overland Park, Kansas, and I just want to thank my friends and my family for all their support, and a special thanks to my husband, Jay.
I would think, Ripper, if you don't have the support from your other half in this sport, you don't get far, because there are a lot of mood swings, a lot of intensity, and this woman seems to have paid her dues.
That's true. You got to have 100% support from the people that are around you. In fact, it's a good idea not to associate with anybody that puts any negative input in when you're training for a show.
She comes in tonight at 5'2", 113. She's 27 years of age. And saw some muscle magazines about 5-6 years ago and decided to get into it. And once again, a very attractive package here.
Yes, good decision, huh? Look at this lady.
She works as a medical technologist and a chemist. So it's a lady who is certainly well-rounded. And her idol is Gladys Portuguese, who made her mark in the professional ranks.
It's a good idol. You could see where she's influenced by Gladys. She doesn't have quite the cuts of Cindy Miller or Paula, but she looks very good.
As we said, just 27, so about 4 or 5 years younger. Mary leaves the stage. Up next, another Californian, Suki Bangs, comes in. Great name.
Hi, I'm Suki Bangs. I'm from Santa Monica. I'd like to thank you for NPC chairman and giving me opportunity to compete USA. And thank you everybody for courtesy.
Suki comes in, 32 years of age, and lives down in the Venice Beach area. I'm sure the Ripper's seen her down there on the beach occasionally. You don't miss much down there.
No, certainly a woman like this would attract my attention.
She actually started to train because she felt muscles were sexy, and this woman certainly falls into that category.
Well, she's right about that.
She owns Suki Perfect Nails up in Santa Monica, California, and she is nailing various poses here right tonight.
Yes, and Suki Bangs looks like she bangs out those reps, too. Look at that definition.
Trains at Gold's Gym down in Venice, California, and she's been around for a while before actually embarking on her bodybuilding career. She was a gymnast, and once again, the women often a little more entertaining than their male counterparts when it comes to the posing, as they really invoke a lot more dance and gymnastic routines into their posing routines.
Yeah, gymnastics also builds a very good structure, especially through the shoulders. Builds a good taper.
Looking at Suki Bangs right now, we're going to have a little time with Carla Pawanis, who is up next on stage. We had a chance to take a closer look at her life and her training.
time I do a show, they'll always say, what do I do this for? And right after the show, I think, okay, what can I do for my next show? And I start thinking about preparation for my next show, like right away. I love the hard work. I know it's crazy, but I love the diet. That's the easy part for me. Dieting is easy. It's training all the time that gets kind of tough. When I started training, I was 90 pounds. So for me to get, I don't reckon I can get too big. I mean, I have great genetics, and my parents are muscular, but I can only see myself getting so big. If I do put on more muscle, it's just going to take a while, because I don't want to get fat in the off season to put on muscle, because I'm putting on fat, really, not muscle. So if it takes me a little bit longer because I stay lean in the off season, then I'm willing to take my time and do it that way. There were times when I'd be doing the bike at 11 o'clock at night, and I'd be up again at 4:30 in the morning to do it again. That's one thing I always did. And as far as my diet was concerned, that was easy. That I don't have a problem with. And if I was hungry, I just ate more chicken or rice. I allowed myself, I did eat up to 3,000 calories a day training for the show. Oh, I'll never, ever, I'll be 90 years old and lifting weights. I'll be a little old lady in the gym working out. I'll always be doing something. Yeah, I'll always train.
Well, we heard about Paula, and now we get to look at her as she comes in with the locks a little tighter this time around. Very short hair. And she looks, once again, the gymnastic background, the athletic background coming in as she does the spread, and once again, entertainment.
Yes, she's very, very agile.
Comes in at 5'3", 116, 23 years of age, out of New Hampshire. Been training and competing since she was 15, so at age 23, she's a veteran.
That's true, and her name is a mouthful, too. You did a good job of pronouncing that, by the way.
I appreciate that. Paula Puanas now living in Temecula, California, just outside Los Angeles, about an hour or so. Once again, another attractive package, as we try not to sound sexist during the show, but we do like the beauty of the women.
Well, I've been accused of being sexist.
Oh, not you, Ripper.
But I'm a sexy sexist. That's the important thing.
That's okay.
Well, you know, being sexy up there, this lady really has that down. You know, being sexy without being sleazy, that's an art, and this woman has it down to a perfection.
She works as a personal trainer. She attends a school for physical therapy and dietetics. And she looks great tonight. Once again, these are the lightweights. And she comes in at 116 very ripped pounds. Paula Puanas. Give the last double bye. She'll leave the stage, and we'll continue with our coverage from beautiful Santa Monica, California. The Ripper and Humilate comes back right after this stage.
Well, it looks like it's a close one between Cindy and Paula.
And we'll have to see the top 7 placements in the women's lightweights here at the USA. In 7th place, Karen Studer-Tarr. Aggie Buck grabbed 6th. Mary Desch was in 5th place. Suki Bangs, the veteran, comes in 4th. Kathy Connors 3rd. Paula Puanas ended up 2nd, and a very rock-solid Cynthia Miller came in 1st. We head into the middleweights right now.
Hi, I'm Leilani Dallapines from Los Angeles, California, and I'd like to thank my boyfriend Jerry for his support, my parents and friends that came out here to see me tonight.
Leilani Dallapines coming in, and when you talk about one of the biggest women, if not the largest, we talked about her at the top, Ripper, this woman has, as you say, muscles on muscles.
Extremely muscular.
Comes in tonight at 5'4", 125, and I'll tell you, she looks a lot bigger than 125. She's 32 years of age, began training 8 years ago as an orthopedic surgeon, and she looks wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Very good symmetry, deep cuts, a lot of size.
A lot of size, as you can see right there. She also acts in some martial arts and adventure films, such as Ring of Fire, and is proud to represent the Asian community in bodybuilding, and she does it quite impressively.
Wow, look at those calves.
Yeah, this lady comes in, as we mentioned at the top, one of the biggest, if not the biggest person in the show. She talked about her training. She also talked about her genetics before the show.
Genetically, I'm born like this. I mean, I went down to 5-pound slider from last year, and if I go down any further, I'm still going to look the same. I mean, my structure is the same. My genetics is just the way I look, so I really couldn't change my physique. So what I have is what I have, and I love it. And I think the crowd loves it, too.
No complaints about her genetics here, Ripper.
No. Now, this is tough for the judges because, you know, what are they looking for? Are they looking for muscularity?
Hello, my name is Sally McNeil. I'm a sergeant in the Marine Corps, and I'm stationed at Camp Pendleton. And I want to thank my husband for working so closely with me for this show. Thank you.
You just did. Sally McNeil, about 90 miles down the road from Oceanside, California, 32 years of age, 5'3", 135. And I also often find it amazing that she comes in actually weighing about 10 more pounds than Lalani, but not looking half as big. Ripper, explain that.
Well, Lalani's probably shorter, and no, I guess not. It's just the way they're put together, I guess. Now, she's married to Ray McNeil, who's certainly one of the most muscular pros alive. What a good influence. You talk about family support.
Yeah, also she has 3 children, or 2 children, I should say, 9 and 7. And already a lady who loves the bodybuilding lifestyle and lives it with her husband, and I got a feeling the children might be getting involved sometime soon, a little bit later down the road.
Wouldn't you hate to babysit for those kids? Probably get their way.
For a long time. Titles include the 90 Armed Forces and a second-place middleweight for the Junior USA back in 1990. In the off-season, eats about 6 candy bars a day. Now, how do you do that? What kind of candy she eat?
Probably health food candy.
She's got a very energetic routine. Sally coming in, as we said, from Oceanside, California. Leaving the stage, we continue with middleweights. Up next, Jody Friedman.
Hi, my name is Jody Friedman. I'm from Venice, California, and I train at the Mecca. I'd like to thank Carrie, Katie, John, and Monica Switzer, and Carl. Thanks for all your support.
Kind of sounded like an Academy Awards thank you there. We cut her off. We got her on stage. She's ready to go. From Venice, California, Jody Friedman, 5'1", age 30, weighing in tonight at as you can see, a rock-solid 130, and she looks like one of the hardest competitors tonight, Rip.
Yes, now her and Lalani would be a really good battle because, I mean, look at how muscular this woman is.
She has won the California 1990 after just 1 year of training. This is a woman who, once again, is genetically gifted.
Yes, very much so. Now, she says she's totally drug-free, and most women take years to get this kind of development drug-free. She's extremely gifted. Looks like she's just genetically programmed to grow.
A personal trainer down at Gold's in Venice, and she placed second as a lightweight in the 91 USA, so she has actually dropped a weight class, and obviously she feels that'll help her as far as her symmetry and her definition.
Oh, she's ripped to shreds.
She comes in, as we said, at age 30, and I'll tell you, for a woman who's not trained as long as many of the other competitors, she looks marvelous, and you have to really point to her as some future consideration in some other shows.
But then again, what are the judges going to do? What are they looking for? They don't even know half the time.
The lady who, once again, the women incorporating the dance, the gymnastics, and just pure, unadulterated beauty tonight, Ripper.
Definitely.
Jody Friedman leaves the stage. Up next, another crowd pleaser, Dorit Kearns from North Hollywood, California. Bring on Dorit.
Hi, my name is Dorit Kearns. I'm from North Hollywood, California. I would like to thank my best friend, Carrie Deischer, and my husband and my mother.
Women also very acknowledging of all the support they get from their family and friends, and she starts out with a gymnastics move. 5'2", 122. She's 30 years of age, and she was raised in Israel.
Now watch this woman's career. I've always said she has what it takes to go to the very, very top in bodybuilding.
She certainly has that confident air about her, very confident about her poses, and there's that look on her face that she feels that she's on tonight.
What a tough class.
A black belt in Taekwondo. She's played soccer for over 10 years, and we saw how she started her routine. She was a gymnast for about 10 years.
Man, these top girls that we've seen so far, it's like apples, oranges, and pears. I mean, each one is great in their own different type of physique.
A veteran of the bodybuilding wars, second place in the lightweights USA in 1989, third in the 89 lightweights, and she has a degree in biochemistry from UCLA. That knowledge obviously has helped her put this physique together. Once again, a gymnastic role there.
Yes, great.
Dorit leaves the stage, and we'll come back with more of her coverage. News here on ESPN. The Ripper, Don Ross, joined by Hugh Millay. We are at the Santa Monica, California Civic Auditorium, and we continue with the middleweights. Up next on board, Chris Bongiovanni.
Hi there, my name is Chris Bongiovanni. I'm from St. Paul, Minnesota, and I want to thank everybody at home at Twin Cities Gym for putting up with me.
And I have a feeling sometimes you got to put up with people that are training for a competition, Ripper, because everybody has mentioned that in their little intro here.
Oh yeah, because when you're hungry, you get that hunting instinct. You want to attack something and tear it apart and devour it.
She comes in from St. Paul, Minnesota, 5'4", 125, 125 pounds, age 29, and been training for about 5 years seriously. And she loves the athletics, swimming, volleyball, track, and she works as a personal trainer and her real life, maybe a graphic designer.
Well, you see no softness in any of these women. These women are all in top shape.
Very, very lean.
Right. This woman is another one of the women tonight with a tongue twister for a name. A lot of multi-syllabolic names tonight, huh?
Is that like metabolic? Okay. Chris Bongiovanni is her name. I'm working on my Italian here. She's from St. Paul, as we said. And leaves the stage. Up next, Jeanette Ward-Burris.
Hi, my name is Jeanette Ward-Burris. I'm happy to be here. I'm from Venice, California, and I'd like to thank everybody at Gold's Venice.
I would think that before a contest down there at Gold's, Ripper, and you spent a lot of time down that area and at that gym in particular, things get very, very intense when these women are training and the men are training because, we said, it's the same time for that competition.
Oh, yeah. You see these people, the men and the women, in there. Sometimes they're there morning, noon, and night. If they're not training, they're in the posing room practicing their posing.
As we look at her right now, she is obviously, once again, a very lean competitor coming in at 5'4", 125 pounds. And as you mentioned, age 31. Began training about 3 years ago. And comment on her physique, because she looks very, very good.
She's a little longer limbed than the other gals. It's a little bit... she has good mass and everything. The others have a little bit of mass on her, though.
Jeanette leaves the stage. Up next, a close look at one of our other competitors, Carrie Hensley from Arizona.
I think you have to have an overall package. I think they're looking for a package. Muscularity, symmetry, femininity, and just overall presentation of yourself. I think they want to see a package. Training for the USA, I tried to get in 6 days a week. The 7th day, I always tried to do something cardiovascular. I kept my body broken up into 3 different workouts. So Monday, I'd do like chest and triceps. Tuesday, legs, shoulders. Wednesday, back and biceps. And I'd repeat that cycle. And then I always take Sunday off and have a day for me or go out for a hike or something like that, or for a run. I'm not real sure of the status of women's bodybuilding right now. I know it's changing quite a bit. I'm waiting to see what it's changing to. I'd like to see some results of some bigger shows and see what they're looking for. I hope they're going for the more feminine physique and not a muscular male physique for a female. So I'm waiting to see what's going to happen with female bodybuilding. I'd like to accomplish going pro, of course, in bodybuilding, and fulfilling my dreams, which would be going pro and living a healthy lifestyle. Maybe making some money in the sport and making it my job.
There she is on stage, and Ripper, as we got a look at her, you hate to predict stardom for somebody, but when you look as good as she does at age 22 and have the dynamic looks, it would hard not to predict some sort of real success for her down the road.
And she's got great abs and a lot of definition through the delts and everything. And don't forget, you don't even get good at this until you're in your late 20s. And look at how good she is already.
She ain't bad right now as we get looking. The judges, once again, it's probably hard to be non-partial when you have a beauty like this on the stage.
It's true.
She's been around as far as the bodybuilding for about 4 or 5 years, has done well in the collegiate, winning the Junior USA and the Collegiate America. So her resume right now, very, very full, but she has some great plans ahead. And the way she looks tonight and her energy and her charisma certainly lends itself to some success in the future.
Yes, well, you can see why she has this early success. She was in gymnastics for 7 years and track for 3 years. That's upper and lower body right there.
And there are those abs that you referred to, and maybe some of the best set in this contest.
Right. Says she loves cartoon characters. She'd love you, wouldn't she?
Oh, okay. Carrie Hensley is on the stage, as we said. 5'4", 122 pounds. The Ripper taking a zing at Old Me, and she's going to leave the stage, and we'll continue with our coverage of the Women's USA here on ESPN. Stay with us. We'll be right back. And we have the top 7 quickly. Comment, Ripper.
Well, Jody and Dorit and Sally look great, but I think Leilani is certainly has the most mass and everything in this show.
You like her. Top 7 is as follows. Jeanette Ward-Burris came in 7th. From St. Paul, Chris Bongiovanni. Sally McNeil came in 5th. Carrie Hensley was 4th. Leilani Delapines was 3rd. Dorit Kearns was 2nd. And Jody Friedman took 1st place in the middleweight division.
Hi, I'm Tammy Frazier from Cardiff by the Sea, California. I want to thank all my friends and family for their help and support.
Another competitor thanking their family. And that is Tammy Frazier from Cardiff by the Sea. She comes in a very long 5'9", 152. She began training, a great story here, to overcome anorexia and bulimia. And I'll tell you, for the do of the night, no doubt about it.
Yeah, she really looks good, doesn't she? She's not anorexic now.
No, she looks wonderful. 5'9", one of the longest competitors tonight, and she has pretty much showing everything she's got. We talk about abs, and you won't find a better set than right there.
Yes, it is good. The only problem is being long and lean. It's hard to put mass on that kind of a physique. Maybe they're not looking for mass in this contest. In the last class, they didn't seem to be. Look for more muscularity.
High school, she was ranked 3rd nationally in the shot put. Just a quick comment on the do, Ripper. What do you think?
It's cute.
I like it. Up next, Kim Siegel.
Hi, I'm Kim Siegel from Dallas, Texas. I would like to thank my family, friends, and coaches for all their love and support.
We got somebody from the Lone Star State coming at you right now. Kim Siegel, Dallas, Texas, 5'7", 148. And once again, another long competitor as we are in the heavyweight division right now. She's aged 35 years.
Yes, another gal that's been around for a little while. She's, like we say, in the 30s. This is one sport where you keep getting better right up into your 40s if you keep training hard and if you have that ambition.
She had 7 years on the national water ski circuit. She holds a record of 32 miles. 32 miles on one ski. I have trouble with 32 inches, but she did 32 miles.
Wow.
She contributes to Flex Muscle and Fitness and Water Ski magazines. Maybe she can get a gig with you guys, Muscular Development. What do you think, Ripper?
Well, have her submit some articles. We'll take a look at them.
So you said Kim coming in from Dallas, Texas, 5'7", age 35. Gina Lynn is coming at you right now from Santa Monica.
Hi, my name is Jenna Lynn. I'm from Annandale, Virginia, and I'd like to thank my boyfriend Garland for all of his help and support.
You just did, Gina. 5'7", 151, age 29. She points to her legs and will point to them as well with a terrific quadricep development. Soccer is the reason, she said, for those legs.
Yes, she's got better leg development than the first 2 gals that we've seen.
She actually began training to bring her arms up for balance. This is her first national level show, and she looks very, very good.
Yes.
Another long competitor at 5'7". Very dynamic and great background on her. She is a sign language interpreter. So all these women coming in with a tremendous background other than their bodybuilding background.
Yes. Shelley Beatty also does that, you know.
Mm-hmm. Yes, a professional who made her tremendous mark on the amateur ranks before she turned professional.
Not too many women look good, bodybuilding women look good in those short haircuts. This gal does, though.
Yeah, they almost sometimes might take a little away from the femininity they're trying to project, but she does look good. Gina Lynn leaving the stage. We continue with our coverage with Danielle Leroy.
My name is Danielle Leroy. I'm from Seacliff, New York. I train at Bev Francis Gold's Gym. I'd like to thank Bev and Steve. This one's for you.
Well, she could certainly match the bicep with Bev Francis. Certainly one of the most muscular bodybuilders in women's bodybuilding history is Bev Francis, and this lady certainly entering that realm here at the USA's.
Very good size.
5'5", 150. She's 29 years of age, and she is the manager of Bev Francis Gold's Gym up in New York.
Well, Bev must be influencing her, because look at the size of the biceps.
Wow.
I even noticed the calves when she wasn't even flexing them. They're really full calves that start right at the bottom, right above the ankle, and come way up. Look at that.
Her titles include the 91 Junior Nationals in the middleweight division and also overall, and second in the middleweight for the 91 Nationals.
What are the going to do with her? Because she's extremely muscular.
She really is. And like you can see, the Bev Francis influence definitely there.
Well, that's what bodybuilding's supposed to be about, don't you think?
You need your mentors out there.
Oh, yeah.
Danielle Leroy from Seacliff, New York, coming in is certainly one of the top 2 or 3.
Excellent back, excellent arms, excellent calves. This woman's very, very good.
Very, very muscular. I guess when you train with and around and work at Bev Francis' gym, I guess you tend to kind of follow her lead, and she certainly does look a lot like a very muscular Bev Francis.
Yes. And Bev is certainly the master of muscularity.
Without question. Danielle leaves the stage. We will leave just for a moment, though. We'll continue with the 92 USA, Santa Monica Civic Auditorium on ESPN. Hugh Millay and the Ripper Don Ross, and we continue with our next competitor. Her name is Tazzie Colomb.
Hello, I'm Tracy Gillespie from Johnson City, Tennessee, and I'd like to thank Nollis Fitness Center of Johnson City and Kingsport.
What is it about those southern accents, Ripper, kind of get you kind of fired up? Tracy from Johnson City, Tennessee, 5'2", 130 pounds, and she's 30 years of age and a little smaller than most, but certainly has the definition. Very, very attractive.
Yes, very exotic looking. Great physique. Look at the legs. Look at the thighs.
She's had a lot of success thus far. The Junior Nationals middleweight winner and the second at the middleweight at the 91 Nationals. This is a woman who has made her mark on the national level, and the heavyweights not as big as some, but certainly holding her own tonight.
Yes, actually, she's got very good size, like through the thighs. Maybe the upper body needs to, maybe a tiny, well, she does have good shoulders, though. I think it's mostly bone structure.
She works as a social counselor to abusive parents and teaching some to learn to release their hostilities in the gym rather than on their children.
Excellent.
I would like to turn pro, and that's what I'm working on right now, and hopefully I'd like to be up on the Miss Olympia stage one day. So that's what my goal is.
A woman who has her goals certainly in mind, and that is to join the professionals up on the Olympia stage. You're looking at Tazzie Colomb.
Well, she's not that far off from being pro caliber, that's for sure.
Nice routine. Up next from Ohio by way of Puerto Rico, Maritza Ramos.
Hi, my name is Maritza Ramos. I would like to say hi to my 2 beautiful daughters and give a thanks to everybody that gave me support to be able to make it to the USA Championship. Thank you.
You talk about delts, Ripper. This woman certainly just standing there looked like she had worked on those quite intensely. 5'5", age 35, and weighing in tonight at a rock-solid 133.
Yes, she looks good, doesn't she?
Training for over 18 years. So this is a woman who took bodybuilding and her body seriously when she was a teenager, and she's been competing now for 11.
She was quite an athlete, too, wasn't she?
Discus, javelin, shot put, has her own gym, works as a dental technician. And as we said, by way of Puerto Rico, she now makes her home in Ohio. But very, very muscular, and definitely the upper body, very, very developed.
Now, she's cut, but the other gals seem to be a tad bit cutter, don't they?
Mm-hmm. Well, no complaining. Maritza comes in from, we said, Ohio at age 35, looking marvelous. And she has 2 children. She trained right up to the day of the delivery for both. So this is a woman who obviously mother and a very serious bodybuilder. I don't think I've ever seen a woman 9 months pregnant pumping iron, but we have to check her out sometime.
Oh, yes, I've seen that in the gym. I've seen women squatting just before they've had a kid.
There she is. Maritza Ramos will be leaving the stage. And we'll take a close look right now as one of the top competitors in the field tonight. Her name is Tazzie Colomb.
I'm really excited about being a pro. I don't know how I'm going to do, but like I said, it's like a step. Like, you know, to get to the pros is like such a stressful thing because you know, look, only, what, 2 or 3 girls out the whole year make it to the pros, and it's, to get to that point is so hard, you know, to get to that step. But once you get to that step, it's like, now I'm excited. It's like a new thing now, you know. It's like, now I get to dive for a pro show. The reason I've changed this year is because last year I discovered that I came in a little bit too hard, and that isn't what they're looking for. So I just changed my physique a little bit and came in a little bit softer, which looked more feminine, and that's what they're after, which is fine with me. I don't have to diet as hard, and I can get to eat a little bit more than last year, but I do think it's the right way to go, is to be a little bit more feminine, not as hard. I think it's, you know, a women's sport, and I just think the women are getting a little too masculine. I'm very happy for the change, and I think it's heading towards a positive attitude now. I think men want to buy magazines. You know, I think men are attracted to women with muscles, but they also want to say, hey, like, that's a girl, you know? And so I think it's heading towards a really positive change, and I'm glad I'm a part of it.
By way of New Orleans, actually Metairie, Louisiana, she comes in tonight as the biggest competitor at 5'7", 155 as far as pure weight. She's only 25 years of age, but she certainly, when you talk about pure, unadulterated structure, Ripper, this woman has the big bone structure, wide and beautiful skin, and certainly a woman to keep an eye on.
She's got a very good look to her. Very sleek, very muscular, and it's just put together very nicely.
She is a personal trainer down in the New Orleans, Metairie area of Louisiana. She trains Aaron Neville of the Neville Brothers fame, and another quite famous entertainer, singer, actress, Linda Ronstadt.
Well, she looks like she does have a complete package there, doesn't she? Good poser.
She's been 3rd and 4th at the USA and 2nd at the 91 North Americans. We understand that she actually took about almost a year off after coming in 2nd place. I guess she was not real happy with that, but she's back now, and you can see just on pure lat and shoulder development, this woman is certainly the biggest woman here.
Yes, and she's, you know, like I say, that sleekness, the way everything's put together. Now, a lot of that's, you know, a luck of the draw genetically.
She leaves the stage. Tazzie Colomb leaves the stage. We'll come back with our pose down as we... The heavyweight pose down going on. We have our top 7. Quickly, Ripper, your thoughts before we give them out.
Well, Danielle is the most muscular. Tazzie looks really, really excellent. That panther sleek look. I think she may have the edge.
The top 7 are as follows for the heavyweight division for the Women's USA. In 7th was Tammy Frazier. Kim Siegel took 6th. Gina Lynn was 5th. Maritza Ramos was 4th. Danielle Leroy was 3rd. Tracy Gillespie 2nd. And taking 1st place in the heavyweight division was Tazzie Colomb out of Metairie, Louisiana. We are now set for the pose down of the 3 winners in each weight class. We have Jody Friedman coming out in the middleweight division. We have Cindy Miller, and returning from the heavyweight division is Tazzie Colomb. Ripper, your thoughts, only 3 of them out there. A lot of attention paid to all 3.
Yes, well, you talk about apples, oranges, and nectarines. Here you have 3 totally different physique types. You have extremely muscular. You have very symmetrical. I think Tazzie just may possibly have the edge as far as a combination of all those things.
Cindy Miller, of course, won the women's lightweight division. And as you see, how do the lightweights even hope to compete against the bigger weight class, men or women, Ripper, when you get out for this final pose down in comparison?
Well, the comparison, being compared to a taller person is tough, and they have to just be that much better. But we have seen the lighter gals win contests. We've seen that in the past.
We'll see if the lighter weight classes can match up with the mass, and it's simply just that's what it is mass of Tazzie Colomb.
Don't forget these two lighter girls have won contests and have beaten people Tazzie's size. So, you know, it could be some giant killers here. We'll see. It's all up to the judges.
Right to left, it is Cindy Miller, Jody Friedman, and then Tazzie is far left, and there, as we said, giving comparison. And now it is time for what is normally the most entertaining part of any bodybuilding show.
The pose down.
Ripper getting into it here as we look at the back of Tazzie Colomb, and as we talk about pure width, she certainly has that hands down in this comparison.
Poetry in motion.
All the women look great tonight, and there is Jody Friedman, who might come in as maybe the leanest of the three, but all can make a very good point of that.
Jody's tremendously muscular.
And on the far right is Cindy Miller, who is a lightweight, but actually looks bigger on stage, at least from our vantage point, than the middleweight winner, Jody Friedman.
She's got very nice balance and a very good look, very good overall look, too.
Now, they're not going like head-to-head with like the men have. They're pretty much staying to their area. Is that an advantage or disadvantage? They want to stay away from this woman, obviously.
Well, you know, it gives them a little space. I never really liked those sumo matches. I think there's no real use for them in prejudging. Excuse me, in pose downs. It doesn't really prove anything. It doesn't really make you look better than anybody.
We are ready for the announcement of the winner of tonight's contest. Tazzie Colomb, Cindy Miller, and Jody Friedman.
Who will it be? The suspense mounts. The drums roll.
The longest 30 seconds in your life. Tazzie Colomb wins the Women's USA here, 1992, Metairie, Louisiana. She's happy. She looked great, and Joe Weider comes out, hands her the championship trophy. We'll come back with our wrap-up after this. Stay with us. Tazzie Colomb, Cindy Miller, and Jody Friedman.
Who will it be? The suspense mounts. The drums roll.
The longest 30 seconds in your life. Tazzie Colomb wins the Women's USA here, 1992, Metairie, Louisiana. She's happy. She looked great, and Joe Weider comes out, hands her the championship trophy. We'll come back with our wrap-up after this. Stay with us. The 1992 USA Bodybuilding Championships for the ladies is now in the books, and Tazzie Colomb has won the prize tonight as she put on an impressive performance, and now by virtue of tonight's win will go pro. The Ripper, Don Ross, commented the entire show, and she just looked marvelous. Good competition, but she's certainly set for the pro ranks.
That's true. Now, Dorit and Jody and all the others looked really good, but it's so hard to beat that tall, sleek, panther-like look of Tazzie. And I'll tell you, she was a total package, and that's exactly what you need to win a bodybuilding contest today.
Some other names we might want to talk about. And Don, we thought there were some ladies who were very, very muscular, and you're trying to start something that was around years ago, the most muscular competition, maybe.
That's true. Now, why they dropped that, I don't know. But in today's contest, where they're looking for lines, I think that the person that's the most muscular should also get an award. And that would have been Lalani Delampines, hands down, in this contest.
How about your comments on Tazzie as she heads to the pro ranks in the future months and years? Good competition in the pro ranks. Can she be as successful there as she was here in the amateurs?
I think so, definitely. Judging from what I've seen in pro shows lately for the criteria, she definitely meets the criteria. Those beautiful lines, that total package, I think she'll do very good in the pros.
Well, that's a wrap here from Santa Monica. For the Ripper, Don Ross, I'm Hugh Millay. We bid you